Oh boy, this is gonna be exciting. You like clowns? You like clowns? Anyways, sorry for this picture of a creepy Bill Skarsgård clown in the sewer and the SS Georgie, but this is my review of it, and you probably saw the video as well as the fact that I have a picture of Pennywise up, so yeah. This is going to be my review. I needed time to digest this movie, you could say, because I had mixed feelings about it when I came out of the theater, and I went up and down with my opinions on it. So I had to really digest this movie and such, and I think I've finally come to my conclusive thoughts on the movie. And I've watched tons of other people's reviews, and I know this is a late review for the movie. I went to this early too. This is my first movie that I went to before it's supposed to officially release on the 8th, I believe. I went to see it a day or a couple of days earlier for early screening, and I came out of it and I put more money into it too. This is the first expensive film I went to watch. Most other films I went to see is $5 or $6, believe it or not, to go to. This one I went in for $9 or so. I definitely enjoyed the movie. I think it is, as a nostalgia critic, sort of a train wreck, not at the extent that he makes it out to be. And it's like a roller coaster ride too. It's definitely something you want to see your friends react to and have fun with. I think it's more of a thriller movie than horror. It could be interpreted in such differently. People have different, I can see people definitely being more scared of this if they were afraid of clowns, or if they were even someone who is easier scared by jump scares and such. I don't like jump scares. I think they're dumb. But I think this movie definitely handled its atmosphere and intensity to a really good level, really powerful level. I thought the actors were all brilliant. The cinematography and such was awesome. Beautiful looking movie. And the CGI served its purpose for the parts that it needed to get across. It's a really fun movie. It's funny too, and it has its thrilling moments. And I did find myself creeped out by parts, probably mostly by the parent characters and the bully. But I did love the weird, creepy imagery of certain parts with even the monsters and Pennywise himself. So I really love that stuff. I felt like some characters needed to be fleshed out more, and I actually would have liked this movie to be longer, 3 hours long. Can't believe I'm saying that. It's 2 hours long, maybe a little over that, but that's credits. There's no after credits scene, so yeah. It was really good. It has some good Easter eggs too, and references back to the original It and such. So this is more of a modern day interpretation of it, and I went to do it acknowledging that of it, and I have read the book, and I've been researching lately too because I want to get more in depth for it, so that I can really analyze this movie more. And I feel like it's definitely got the tone, and they had the guts to do certain things. I do feel like some of the scares didn't come across. This isn't really spoiling, but I do think the scene that happens to Georgie, that everybody pretty much expects what's going to happen. But once I thought back to the trailers and how those affected me, because really I watched the trailers way too much, that I think that was one of the reasons I didn't have as much tension or fear going into this movie. But I will say that if I take the trailers and think about the movie as a whole, if I just watch the trailers once or not at all, I would definitely have the chills going down my spine kind of vibe, because I had that happen when I watched the trailers, and I was like, wow. So I can definitely see that going into this. So don't watch the trailers for the most part, or just watch them once. Don't watch them as much as I did, because I hyped myself too much. I still came out of this movie liking it. It was a really fun movie. It's great. I do feel like they needed more time to develop some of the characters and backgrounds of some of them and such. Felt two characters were kind of left out, but the actors were brilliant. And even though Bill Skarsgård was definitely a different take on Pennywise, I really liked him when he started talking and such. And I wanted to see more of that, and the movie left you with the feeling of, I want more! And we're going to get more because we're expected, and a lot of people have already talked about it anyways, and you know it's going to happen. The next part is supposed to come out with the adult side, so I'm not going. This is spoiler free, but just know that it's going to happen, and we pretty much expected it. Like, come on, it's a over 1,000 page book, over 1,000. No, boy, would it be 9,000 pages? That would be ridiculous. Um, I even went back and watched the original TV miniseries, and I still like it. I didn't mind the adult part, even though yes, I agree it's boring. It didn't bore me as much, and I did have a couple of things to help me get through it. Like I was looking up stuff and researching more behind it and doing my own fun little things on my iPad and such, while I was listening to the movie and such, and glanced up a couple times, especially during the Tim Curry parts. But yeah, there were a lot of things going into this movie. I felt it was fun. It's definitely a go to the theater and watch movie. It's a it's a movie that was intense too. That I would say it's definitely a popcorn movie, but in a way that it's like you're going to want to focus on the movie at sometimes and eat your popcorn in between. I have movies where I'm like, if I need to go to the bathroom, uh, I'll go to the bathroom because I'm sure I'm not going to miss any really good parts out of the movie. If I had like a drink and I want to make the refills, the free refills worth it. But this movie, I like sat there the whole time, and even if I had to go to the bathroom, I held my bladder till I exploded. No, just joking. But I held myself, and I was like, I'm gonna make it through this all the way through, even if it's 2 hours. And I did. Funny thing, and I'll do a video on it soon. But you know how I collect pop figures for the other video? I have them right here too, but you guys can't see them. I collected 2 variants of Pennywise from the new movie of It, pop figures, and I wanted to find the Tim Curry one, but I guess I have to buy that online, so it's sad. But they also have like Alien Covenant, Friday the 13th, and I think they had like Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy and Jason and such. So yeah, I got 2 of them. They're very nice. They're some of my favorite pop figures. Um, Man, just thinking, I love the design of Pennywise. I know everybody's like angry over it, but I do really love it, and I wish there was more Pennywise. I can't wait to see more. But I want more, like when it comes to it, I want more of the creepy thing. There's a part where he's like just standing there talking to one of the characters, and his eye is doing the stinking lazy eye thing. I found that really cool and intense, creepy, and he was very like unnatural there. And I love the sewer scene here. Awesome. Um, I felt like the delivery of some of the scares in the movie were kind of weak. Like, even if I haven't seen the trailers, I felt like they would have come across like, okay. And I felt some of the CGI was like, I know this movie was on a low budget, but that looked really stupid. So, I didn't like it. And I actually have a nickname for the CGI that Pennywise overtakes. The yellow eyes effect was really good, and there are definitely creepy moments that were awesome, and I love them. There's like the scares they have for each of the kids. I feel like one, and this isn't a spoiler either, but once they go back, the last time that they go back to the Neibolt house, is probably where I feel like the movie started falling apart, and there were even scenes there that I liked. I felt like some of the scares too ended up making me laugh a little bit too, and I felt like it shouldn't have, but I think it was really good nonetheless, and it was a great movie. Now, I was really arguing with myself, what should I rate this movie though? Because I was thinking a 6 out of 10. I wasn't going to go any lower because it's got a lot of stuff down, actors, cinematography, and the CGI does work for certain scenes. I have some favorite scenes in the movie. but I do feel like it needed more time and such. And I hyped this movie probably a little more than I should have. But it was a really fun movie overall. It was awesome. I'm sorry that you're still looking at the same image. I'm just not going to use footage from a movie that WB's probably going to copyright strike me for. So I'm just going to use this image. All rights belong to them, of course, if they do think they should copyright strike something. Thank you, dinks. Thank you, dinks. No, but it was really fun. I think I'm going to give this movie a 7.6 out of 10. I still have gripes. There are still problems, like, they had a couple of problems with, it's more of, like, the characters, as well as, like, some of the, I don't know, like, some of the stuff that happened, just argued with me. What the heck? Oh gosh, that's even creepier. It just went, my screen just went dark. Thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna stop this review before he jumps out at me. This review's gotten creepy. But yeah, that's my overall review of it. I did enjoy the movie, but I do have gripes. Tell me if you do want a spoiler review movie, like a spoiler review, instead of this spoiler-free one. And I'll see you guys next time. If you're afraid of clowns, don't watch this video. It's got the obvious picture of a clown on it, so that enough should say stay away from it. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.